I woke up this morning with a smile on my face. I looked around and remembered that I've got my first European semi still. Welcome to the match reaction for Forest 1, Porto 0. Hi guys, hope you're doing well and welcome to, we call it 1-0 or should we call it 2-1? Both are true, both are correct. Forest in the semi-finals, my first European semi. If this is your first European semi, let me know in the comments and make sure you've liked, make sure you subscribed, hype up the video and make sure to check out OK Jerseys. 15 quid, gets you your shirt, get your names on it, get your back on it, get semi on the back on it, whatever you need, but use code FFTV for a further 8% off. All right, like I said in the player ratings last night, I was like, look, I'll try and do like a more serious analysis today, like a less emotional one and what have you. I don't know if I can. Like, it's hard to do, isn't it? Because like, the person I really feel for right now is Elliot Anderson, what he's going through. You know, big up to him, big up to his family. And I just hope that, you know, yesterday helped him. Because I feel like that one was for Anderson, as the title suggests on the thumbnail. Like, it's important to remember certain things about our club. Things that make our club different to everyone else. This club has always, to me, growing up, throughout the years, the pain and everything else like that, this club has always felt family orientated for me. Now, I'm not saying that means it's a family run business like your local chippy or whatever. It's just, there's no other club like it, is there? Like, the way you can celebrate or cry on someone's shoulder, it could be a stranger you've never met, but they're sitting next to you in the stands. Yeah, do you know what I mean? They're suddenly your best friend for those 90 minutes because they get it. They understand. There's only a small percentage of this world that understands the pain, the happiness, the joy, the tears, the laughter that we go through. And I'm talking to you guys now, and this is why I love this community as well, because we all understand, even if we don't agree with each other's points, even if we annoy each other, we understand where those points are coming from because of the history we've had with this club, of what we've had to go through. And that's why I think yesterday was so important, and especially for Anderson. So I hope that one kind of made at least him smile for a couple of minutes, just alleviated some of the stress, some of the pain for him. So shout out to you, Anderson. And from the footballing perspective, this is big. This is getting real now. I've said to you guys all season, this Europa League is extremely important because the pot at the end of the rainbow is ridiculously huge. What we can get at this, get back to where we belong. I have never in my lifetime seen Forest play in the Champions League. To hear that music hit at the City Ground, like, that's why last year I was so disappointed with how we finished. Do you know what I mean? It's like I didn't expect it at the start of last year that it'd be in the Champions League, but when you sat in third for pretty much most of the second half of the season, you're allowed to change your expectations. And then when it gets ripped away at the end there, it hurts. And this year, I don't know why, but it feels different. Like last year, I remember saying, Forest are going to do what Forest do best. Forest are going to do a Forest and all this. This time it feels like Forest are trying not to do a Forest. Whether you agree with me or not, I feel like we tried to throw it against Michelin. We tried to throw it against Porto in the first leg. And you know what? When I heard Pereira's interview, I kind of felt like that's what he was saying. He was like, you know what? We played Porto in the first leg, and I'm paraphrasing on what he said. And he basically said, we used a weakened team. He goes, and they couldn't beat us. So he goes, screw it. If we put a strong team out for the second leg, we probably can beat them. And this is what I'm saying. I don't think Porto were that good. I actually think questions need to be seriously asked about this Portuguese league. Porto are top of that league. having only lost one game this season in that league. And they've lost twice at the City ground to a team that's in a relegation battle. But anyway, that's a debate for another time. Who cares right now? Okay. So I just feel like something feels like it's lining up for this one. And I don't want to get ahead of myself. But we are 3 games away from being back in the Champions League. 3. 1, 2, 3. I probably go to the toilet more times in the day than Forest are further away from the Champions League right now. That is crazy. That is crazy right now. So I'm so excited. Look, you want me to assess the game? Cool. We were good in the first half. Red card definitely helped us. I don't think their manager adjusted their team well enough. I can't believe he didn't make a sub to bring a defender on or something like that. And that helped us. I thought Gibbs-White was unreal in the first half. I thought Cunha was just like a baby Milenkovic. He was outstanding. A baby Milenkovic with pace. I think he's brilliant. I said to you when we were linked to the 3 of them, I was like, out of the 3, the one who seems the most exciting to me was Jair Cunha. And you know what? He hasn't disappointed me every time I've seen him. And then second half, we were rubbish. But let's not beat around the bush. These aren't the games where you need to be like, oh, why didn't Nico Williams do this or that? Like, think about it like this. World Cup finals, I've seen a few in my lifetime. You never get a classic match. The match that everyone thinks they're going to get, oh, Brazil are playing Argentina, we're going to get this freaking basketball match. No, these matches are cagey because what's at the end of the matches is the big prize. You can't just throw caution to the wind and try and be pretty and win it 4 or 5-0 and whatever. You get over the line. That's what you need to do. And I'll do an ant here, and I'll link this to Arsenal. Arsenal were horrific against Sporting, who, by the way, are second to this Porto team. And Arsenal beat them 1-0 over 2 legs, drawing at home 0-0. And they were absolutely stinky. But it doesn't matter because they got over the line. Shout out to our blood brothers. You know what I'm saying? We gave them their kit and everything else. And what's the other thing I want to talk about that I find really does make me smile today, and this is more widely related than Forest, is there are currently only a couple of English teams through. Bear in mind, we started with 9 in Europe. Forest is still in there, Villa is still in there, Arsenal is still in there, and Crystal Palace, but that doesn't really count, right? Conference League. So there are 4 teams in the Champions League, in Europe. And those 4 teams, 3 of them are not Cartel 6. Now, is this meaning there's a slight change in the landscape of where we're going with this Big 6 crap? Hopefully Spurs get relegated. Automatically the Big 6 becomes the Big 5. And then you've got the teams, the Shakers, the Villas, the Forests, the Newcastles, who are potentially trying to move that needle. I know we're stinking it out in the Premier League right now. But Forest being where we are, even Palace being where they are, Villa being where they are, is only good for the Premier League. So I don't know what else to say, guys. I just wanted to come on here, smile a bit, talk about how excited I am. Semi-finals, man. Share with you my first European semi. Hopefully we can share our first European final. And then the first trophy. Oof. Since the great man. Will Forest do a Forest? I don't know. Look, we'll be live on Grumpy Old Reds tonight at around 7:30, I think it is. So make sure you tune in for that. I'm just so happy, man. I'm so happy. Make sure you've liked, make sure you subscribed. Check out OK Jerseys. Come on, you Reds.